is good, everybody? What's happening? Let me get this game changed and we good. All right, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy New Year. Hopefully, y'all had a good New Year. But we back. Atlanta is playing New York Knicks. So, new year, new season, I guess, hopefully. What's up, everybody? Like I said, I hope y'all had a good New Year. We are live in direct. Game is about to start. Atlanta coming in off a dub. Whew, it feels good to say that. Atlanta is coming in off a dub off that last Minnesota game. So so appreciate everybody tapped in on YouTube, Twitch, um, Twitter. I appreciate y'all. Game is about to be underway. Starters are Nikhil, Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka. And Kristaps is back. Injury report looks like Trey Young is out and Folly Dante, who is out for the rest of the season. So starters for the Knicks: Miles McBride, or Deuce McBride, Jalen Brunson, OG, Mikael, and Ariel Hukporte. Huckporty. So no Carl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. So Knicks are a little shorthanded. Atlanta's a little shorthanded. So it'll be Jalen Brunson versus Jalen Johnson. Battle of the Jalen's tonight. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's get this Wi-Fi correct. Damn, Jalen Brunson got some hairy ass arms. So the tip goes to the tip is reset. Sean McKenzie, Trey Young is the New York killer though. So we missing the killer tonight. We just got the gang. So the tip is just given to New York. All right, game is underway. What do I think about Cooper Flag? I think y'all got y'all one, bro. I wasn't as sure like before the draft when the Luca trade went down, and like everybody was for sure, like the Luca trade went down, and then they got the draft pick. So I was questioning, the choice of trading Luca, but I think it's gonna pay out. I honestly think Cooper Flag. I don't think he might be better than Luca, but I think he is gonna be an excellent fill-in. So I lived in Dallas for a little minute. So I wouldn't say I'm a Dallas fan, but I do support the Mavericks. I hope they don't make a trade with Atlanta though. That's my big opinion. So Ricochet goes in for that putback. He gets fouled. But yeah, Sean, I think y'all got y'all one though. Y'all gonna be good, man. I'm glad for y'all because I could not imagine Atlanta just trading Trey out the blue, bro. I couldn't imagine that, dog. So I feel for y'all. I feel for Mavericks fans. Um, but it does look hopeful, man. It looks hopeful. I'm just trying to get these tags right. So excuse me, Ricochet missed that first free throw. His free throw shooting has been a little shaky these past couple games, so hopefully he can knock down this one, give him some confidence. In and out. All right, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's hope Atlanta can take care of business. They missed that first set of free throws. Ricochet is, I wouldn't say struggling, but Danny, I did not know that. I didn't know how serious it was over there in Europe, but I do wish America would pick up on how passionate they are for sports. Um, I think America could pick up on that, even if it's not like you're not a fan of like the greatest team, and Jalen Brunson knocks down that triple. Atlanta's down early 6 points. So New York's defense causes a miss there. Jalen can't get that runner to go. New York letting it fly early and often. They're up 11-2. They're just getting them up. So I'm sure they can't play at this pace the whole game. Passes for Atlanta have not been that great. So Atlanta comes out a little shaky. There we go, Ricochet. Ricochet gets the three up, but he can't get it to go. But Jalen Brunson fouls him. So yeah, Danny. Like you said, I wish the European culture would kind of shift over to America. Like, the fandom and the passion for the franchise instead of more so players. I wish I wish Atlanta definitely was more centered around the team, but I can definitely see it, man. I can definitely see it. Luka Doncic playing since he was, a child in the pro league. That's great. So Ricochet about to knock down these three free throws. Yeah, man. It is actually. I would say it's different. It's definitely different. Cause I used to go to games, 10, 15 years ago when it wasn't as like when social media wasn't around that much. So Ricochet gets the rebound. He brings it up, hands it off to Nikhil. He's operating the offense. Oh, on Yeka for three. So yeah, I do wish the some of the culture shifted over here. We definitely need that in the stands. It kind of gets a little boring. It's all the Onyeka back to back triples. He cuts this lead to two. So Onyeka got a quick 6 points with back to back triples. You're not gonna call that a foul, man. That's weak. So yeah, shout out to Onyeka, man. He has definitely improved his game and definitely made. I think he's making a name for himself, man. He's been holding it down for the Hawks at the center position, like I said at the top of the broadcast. And finally, Dante has been out for a couple weeks. And a couple weeks prior too, he had a concussion, and then he came back trying to get reconditioned in the G League, and he tore his ACL, unfortunately. So, Mikael Bridges about to go to the line as he drives and gets fouled. So Nikhil's first foul. Speaking of players that have upped their game for Atlanta, Nikhil Alexander Walker, excuse me. He's been playing lights out. Um, he's averaging about 20 points. It's the first time he's averaged double digits in his early career. So shout out to Nikhil for upping his game in a major way for Atlanta. He has stepped into a starter position for Atlanta as Trey Young has been a little absent this year just due to injuries. As Mikael Bridges misses that free throw, Dyson collects it. He brings it up for Atlanta. So Jalen and Onyeka playing a little two-man game at the top of the three-point line. Jalen repositions for the drive. He definitely thought he got fouled on that, so he's trying to explain to the ref how you're not gonna call that. And New York just gets one to go. Jalen has a nice dump off to Dyson. Dyson finds Onyeka. Onyeka gets it up and gets it to go. Onyeka is single-handedly keeping Atlanta in this game. It's 13-16. Deuce can't get it to go. Jalen's there to collect the rebound. So Jalen has a couple rebounds already. He has a three-point attempt there. So he misses there. A little short on that one. I have not visited Europe, Danny. I have not. In Europe, where would I like to go in Europe? Um, I know Amsterdam for sure. Um, Amsterdam for sure. Maybe like Switzerland, maybe, because I could go skiing. Spain seems cool, but I just don't know. Nikhil Alexander Walker for three, 16 apiece. 7:25 to go here in this first quarter. First quarter is almost halfway done as the Knicks get a post entry. And Jalen is active on defense. He gets the steal. Hawks are on an 8-3 run in the last about 2 minutes. Onyeka up, finds Dyson. Ooh, that's a good shot though. That shot is looking good. Even though it missed, Dyson's been struggling a little bit from three, but that one looks smooth. Hopefully he keeps just firing away confidently. So Dyson, oh yeah, he finds Onyeka for three, three. It's a three. It's a three-party for Onyeka, boy. Onyeka Okongwu, Big Oski got what, 11 points? Come on now. 11 points? 3 for 3 from the three? Come on, man. You're center not doing that. He was battling. He was battling Cat last time, but now New York has no Carl Anthony Towns, and they got no. Well, that's really all they don't have, Carl Anthony Towns. So Atlanta doesn't have Trey, so it's a little equal. But Danny, since you asked me where I would like to go, where do you suggest if I ever take a European trip? Where do you suggest I go? I'm not watching this advertisement. They are wilding with that. But yeah, man. Okay, so early on here in this game, Atlanta is taking advantage of no Carl Anthony Towns already. Even though New York came out and jumped out to a pretty, early lead. It was about 6 to 8 points, but Atlanta cut that down very fast due to Onyeka Okongwu. He has um, three triples already. He's 3 for 3 from three, and he has a couple. He has a nice little runner. So he has about 11. Hopefully this little stint continues for him because he's been playing really well, holding it down. Like I said, no N'Faly Dante. He's out with a torn ACL. And Chris Stapps has been here and there. So Yeka has played really, really well these past, I would say, 10, 15 games. He's held it down. Um, Even though Atlanta's record isn't the best, he's played really well. So shout out to Onyeka. Um, week. So 19-16. That's a 3 point lead for Atlanta. 6:44 here to go. Yeah, Italy definitely would be up there as well. Um, I watch a lot of Sopranos, so it's only right. It's only right I go check out the lore. So yeah, Italy for sure. When I get my bread up, I got you. Hey, Cameron Newman, I appreciate you tapping in, brother. I appreciate you tapping in. We just watching. We do a lot of Atlanta Hawks watch along, so we watch any and every Atlanta Hawk game. So appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, you see the T jersey. Yes, you have noticed. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you tapping in. Um, hoping the Hawks turn it around this season and can make some noise. So in this game, Jalen Brunson got a turnaround. He crying for a foul. So 6:20. It was good defense by Dyson. So it's 19-18. Hawks have a 1 point lead. Substitutions have entered the game for Atlanta. Onyeka is sitting as well as Nikhil Alexander Walker and OG Ananobi just plays his part and gets the steal and the bucket. So Atlanta's 3 point lead turns into a 1 point deficit as New York goes on a little run of their own. Ricochet going to work down there. Too easy. His post work is very underrated. Cameron, I am rooting for the Atlanta Hawks. I'm a big Hawk fan since pretty much day one. Um, good defense by V. Jalen Brunson just puts it up and in. But yeah, I'm a big Hawks fan, so I always root for the Hawks low key. So always the home team. Anything Atlanta for sure. That's not a foul. He literally came across his body. So OG and Anobi getting away with a little physicality, and Jalen Brunson is just taking advantage of V Krejci right now. So I forget this is Kristaps Porzingis' return to his first team. So his first field goal does not go, but good look. He got the mismatch against Deuce McBride. So yeah, Cameron, we're holding it down for the Hawks. Yeah, that's a travel buddy. Can't do that. So Deuce McBride, goddamn, I'm struggling with his name. Deuce McBride turns the ball over. That's too many steps, young sir. So Luke Kennard checks in for Zach Ricochet. That seems to be the rotation these days, as Kennard is um, trying to look to play that playmaking role. Porzingis finds Jalen. Jalen sidesteps, finds Krejci in the corner, but Krejci can't get it to go. Luke tries to tip it out. He tried to be productive, and it just winds up in OG and Anobi's hands. Wow. So foul on V. V isn't our strongest defender, but the New York Knicks kind of they're looking like they know that and they want to attack um, that mismatch. So last game, Luke Kennard has he woke up a little bit. He had 15 points and some other stats I didn't catch on that little graphic, but there we go. Jordan Clarkson comes up a little short on that. He airballs it. Oh, good move as Dyson attacks, and New York's defense is not quite in position. So Dyson going to the line. I know a lot of Hawks fans want Dyson to be a shooter, but I think he can make it happen. I don't think he's gonna be a sharpshooter or anything like that, but I think Dyson can establish his jump shot, find his confidence again, and start hitting at a more consistent rate. Oh my God, this dude's fucking jacket is insane. So in and out on that second one, so he cuts it to a 2 point lead. New York trying to get out early and often, but that one does not go for him as Ubaselli misses that. Great stuff as Kristaps Porzingis finds the back door and hits Dyson Daniels on the cut, and Dyson finishes. So obviously New York's trying to get a lot of field goals up and trying to play with pace. And as Jalen drills the triple, I'm not too familiar with New York's play style, so I'm not sure how fast they play. But this does kind of seem a little bit out of their realm. I would think they like to slow teams down, play more methodical. That's not a push off. That's crazy work. So Jordan Clarkson again off on that one. 6-0 run in the last minute and some change for Atlanta. That not being a foul is crazy. OG Anunoby just, he's allowed to play with a totally different brand of physicality on defense. So I wish Dyson got that leash on defense, or that leeway, I should say. Leash is probably not the right terminology I want to use. But I wish Dyson got that same leeway on defense that OG did. So Yabusele gets that one to go. So we got a timeout here. So it is a timeout for Atlanta. It's a 3-point lead, 29-26. There's 2 minutes and 20 some seconds to go in this first quarter. So opening quarter is going pretty well for Atlanta. Pretty positive stuff all around. New York's offense is just clicking a little bit. Um, Atlanta isn't playing. They started off pretty cold. It kind of was a little ugly, but they quickly turned it around and responded. And it now is a 3-point lead for Atlanta. So um, shout out to the Hawks. Shout out to Onyeka Okongwu holding it down, showing out. So during this timeout break, I'm finna grab me some water, and I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh man, so good start for Atlanta. Good start for Atlanta. Can't be mad at it. It did get a little spooky there at first. I thought it was gonna get a little ugly, but Atlanta responded pretty well. Cannot be mad at it. I'm gonna pull up the stats real quick. Yeah, if anywhere Atlanta has to prove, it's just defense. They just need to get their defense all together. So on Yeka, 5 minutes, 11 points, 4 for 4 from the field. Give me that 4 for 4. So Nikhil has entered the game for Atlanta. Onyeka has come in. Yeah, god damn. Who is this? So Yeka just got busted in the face. Benny Rowe, Vietnam, what's happening? What's happening? Appreciate you tuning in. Greatly appreciate you tuning in all the way from Vietnam. Happy New Year over there. Hoping y'all having a good holiday. Appreciate you tapping in to this Atlanta Hawks game. Atlanta is taking on the New York Knicks. Got a little injury time out here. So Atlanta turned up. So Nikhil can't get it to go. 29-26. Hawks on an 8-2 run. Tyler Kolek gets the backdoor to go. So Kolek versus Kennard. He gets the bucket. Asa just Euro stepping through the lane. On Yeka. Ooh, brother, that was in and out. That was a good shot. So at 1 point lead for Atlanta. Yabusele makes it too easy. So Jalen Brunson finds him. So Asa lets it fly. Onyeka just bullying Yabusele. How are these not fouls, bro? How are these not fouls? Okay, let me calm down. So Jalen Brunson for three. Nah. So Trey Young is the only Hawk out. Other than Infali Dante, he just got signed this year. He tore his ACL, so Infali Dante is out and Trey Young. So that is it. Kristaps Porzingis is back. Jalen missed a game recently, but he has been back. He played the last game as well. So Jalen's back. Hawks, I believe, are in the bonus. As New York has 5 team fouls, so Atlanta will go to the line, and their best free throw shooter on the team is at the line. So yeah, Benny Rowe. It is only Trey Young for Atlanta. He is out with a right quad contusion. He has been dealing with a sprained right MCL that happened early in the season against the Nets. So he missed an extended amount of time with that injury, and then he's come back, and then uh, okay, so it's really just Onyeka needs to get stitched up. He's still bleeding. Onyeka got hit in the head. Um, so hopefully Onyeka comes back. He's been hooping right now. So still fourth or first quarter, excuse me. I was about to say I don't think that's your shot, sir. So 31-30, Atlanta gets the ball. So Kristaps was on a somewhat minutes restriction on his first game back, last game. Hopefully it's a little more now. But like I said, Trey is out. He's been dealing with that knee, that right leg, all season. I think he just might have come back a little too early, playing back to backs. May have just aggravated that. I really don't think it's too serious, but just let Trey rest up, let him come back, get in rhythm with the guys, and then when he's ready, he'll be ready. So V Krejci, a little miscommunication there with Kristaps Porzingis, and he winds up turning the ball over for Atlanta. It's 31-30. V's kind of had a rough game. So Jalen Brunson sidesteps, gets the good shot, but he can't get it to go as Atlanta's probably going to get the last possession. It's about a second, second and a half difference between the shot clock, game clock. So they got less than 10 seconds, and Nikhil Alexander Walker attacks. He's trying to make something happen. He gets the lay to go with a lay. So 33 to 30, 5 seconds left. Atlanta more than likely got the last shot. Um, Absolutely not. So end of the first quarter, it is 33 to 30. So great stuff for Atlanta. They definitely just need to play a little better on defense. That transition defense seems to be a little behind New York's transition offense, but it's the start of the game. Let's see how Atlanta responds to it. On Yeko, Kongwu is hooping, man. Even though he got knocked in the face, um, he's still been hooping, bro. So first quarter is over for the Hawks. I'm just pulling up the stats real quick. So on Yeka, 11 points. He was perfect from the field, but last couple shots have not fallen for him. So he's 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from three. Um, been been very positive for Yeka. It's been quiet from everybody else though. Jalen 5, Ricochet 5, Nikhil has 7, Dyson has 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Um, but the bench only 2 points. Only 2 points from the bench mob. Chris Stapps has yet to score, which I'm sure that'll change. He's been playing not small minutes, but definitely hasn't been consistent. He had just came back this last game from a 10 game hiatus, so we're still looking and hoping for Chris Stapps to, you know, slowly but surely make his way back to his regular form. Um, he has recently, these past, well, before that little 10 game hiatus, the last game he played, he did come off the bench for Atlanta. Um, I believe they might have won that game. Um, and then this past game against the Timberwolves, they brought him back, but they brought him off the bench again, and they won that game. They snapped a 7 game losing streak. So, hey, that might be something to pay attention to. Also, Atlanta is better when Chris Stapps is back. They are, I think, the narrative that Atlanta's better without Trey is just not true. Um, I think the team right now without Chris Stapps or Trey um, is not that good. But with one or the other, I think that the team is all right. But with both Trey and Chris Stapps, yes, I think Atlanta can be dangerous in the Eastern Conference this year. So Atlanta comes in 16-9. That 7 game win streak definitely, or I mean losing streak, excuse me. That losing streak definitely threw a wrench in things. That was a good cut. That was a good cut. Ooh, and Dyson finds Ricochet in the dunker spot for two. Ricochet has 7. He's 2 of 2 from the field. Um, Great stuff. He started the game off a little shaky. He missed his first 2 free throws, but he made 3 on a 3 point shot after that, and then he's done pretty well after that. So you got 7. Dyson has 5 assists already. He almost had a triple double last game. Um, he was just a little shy, I believe. Ooh, that was a good look. Dyson that might have just been a little overly aggressive, just a little bit. So KP is instrumental, man. I did not realize how important Kristaps Porzingis was to these Hawks. This lineup in specific, to be honest, or this roster to be specific, um, and it helps. Asa Newell's been playing really well. I think Atlanta has a plethora of power forwards they can throw out there and face teams with, but center position is a little different. Onyeka, I believe Onyeka is a center in the league. I believe he could be a starting center. I believe. Well, I mean, he already is. I think he deserves this spot. The starting spot for Atlanta. But sometimes fans gotta think Onyeka was the only center for Atlanta at one point. Kristaps went down, and then N'Faly Dante was out for a minute, and then we got the unfortunate news he tore his ACL. So N'Faly Dante's been out. Onyeka has been the only true center on the Hawks roster. So Fallon Porzingis is a 37-30 lead. But yes, Benny Rowe, you're absolutely correct. KP is instrumental. I did not think he that was. I did not think he was that important. But shout out to Porzingis. Um, and especially it's cool too because I always thought Porzingis, like, I don't think it was any indication of, like, his status, but I definitely think his role would have been more beneficial just straight off the bench to start off the year. But Luke Kennard gets a bucket, pushes this lead to 9. Easy bucket. New York's defense gets caught sleeping. It's 39-30. It's a whole different game. Atlanta played New York about 6, 7 days ago, and it got close, but it was, you know, New York who was in control for a majority of the game. Um, so yeah, Mo definitely should be playing a bit more. It looks though as I don't want to say took his minutes, but Quinn is electing to go to Asa Newell, which I'm cool with because I'm a big Asa supporter. He's from Georgia, so gotta support the hometown kid. So I'm not mad at Asa playing. He actually has been really impactful for the Hawks. A lot more impactful than I thought he would be able to be. So it's been really, really exciting to see Asa Newell kind of flourish in the role and time he's been given from Coach Quinn. But I'm with you, Benny Rowe. Mo Gay should definitely be getting some more minutes. I was here for the Mo Gay breakout season, man. I was definitely here for that. But Coach Quinn just don't want to see us thrive, bro. And I know Coach Quinn got a lot on his plate rotation wise. He has a lot of talented players on his team. I think it's the most talented roster Trey has ever had, um, in my opinion. Um, Trey has had some good players. John Collins was good. Um, Clint Capella was good. He was excellent. Appreciate Davi tapping in, Dash of Davi tapping in, moderating on YouTube. Appreciate it. Everybody make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow the Open Gym to catch more Atlanta Hawks games. Like I said, we are going to be here all 82. I've been late to some, but I've mainly pulled up to all of them here on stream. So we going for all 82 over here. So tonight we have Atlanta versus New York. Like I said, they played a couple days ago, I think a week ago, and this wasn't the result. Atlanta is looking pretty confident right now. Kristaps Porzingis is back. Um, Again, I wouldn't even call this a revenge game, but he do got a shit on New York every time he played them. But the New York killer is out. Atlanta decided to give the Knicks a break tonight. Um, but it's 39-30. So they had a dominant game last game against the Timberwolves. So hopefully tonight defense can kind of shape up and as Jordan Clarkson just hits the triple. Sometimes you just gonna have to take those shots, man. You're gonna have to live with those shots as a defense. They're not gonna be consistent. So New York has OG Anunoby guarding Kristaps Porzingis in the paint. Little step. Oh, shot looks good, just hasn't fallen for Kristaps. So Atlanta has a 6-point lead, and Kristaps just reads the hell out of that pass. No way. That's what are you? Nah, bro. That's crazy. So we got a charge on Asa Newell. Come on, dog. There's no way. Great steal by Porzingis though. He definitely jumped that passing lane, got in the way. Bruh, no way. That charge call was bogus. So Mikael Bridges trying to operate. He gets the mid range pull up. Ball bounces in the air a couple times, but Atlanta regains the possession, and it is their rebound. Dyson attacking New York's defense, gets it up and gets it to go, 41-43. Boy, we in business, boy. We almost up by 10, and the starters are checking back in. It's 8:50. Vibes is high, brother. Vibes is high. I can't even lie, bro. I can't even lie. Ace Anu was a bullying OG Ananobi. Come on, bro. Can't have it any better than this. Oh man, well, that 7 game win streak or losing streak definitely puts things in perspective. Chris Stapps, can't hit the 30 footer. I know when he hit that, that's gonna be when Atlanta's gonna start rolling. Yeah, that way. Yeah, 41-33, 8:20 to go. Oh, buddy. So McCullough comes back in with that ugly Nelly band-aid on his forehead. So Asa and Dyson checking out. So started not all the starters back in. So it appears Luke Kennard gonna stick out there for Atlanta. So Atlanta dog walking it, just letting the guys get a little break. Where's the foul at, dog? Where is the foul? Thank God they blew a whistle because this is getting ridiculous. As it's either gonna be Nikhil or Luke Kennard going to the line. So McCullough checks back in and just instantly picks up another foul. That brother cannot guard nobody. He had an excellent game last game against Atlanta. Mike, get him out the game, man. He's gonna hurt somebody. So 41-33. Nikhil is going to the line. 8 minutes to go. Nikhil misses it, which is rare. So Nikhil's pretty consistent at the free throw line. So we'll see how he does. As New York makes some subs, there's 8:12 to go here. And Atlanta is up by 8 points. A rare miss for Nikhil. 2 of 2. He misses both, unfortunately. So 41-33. Score remains the same. Still 8 points. And OG Ananobi. That's good defense by Ricochet and Jalen switching on that as Atlanta forces the miss. And they get the rebound and they're going the other way. They're on a 12-3 run in the past 5 minutes and some change. Jalen cannot end up with that one. And New York gathers the board. So the run sits at 12, 2-3. So it's 41-33, 7.5 minutes to go. And OG Ananobi smokes the layup, but he gets fouled. So 7.5 minutes. Second quarter is underway. 41-33. OG Ananobi's going to the line. So Atlanta's defense has kind of fallen back into their woes at the moment. So it looks like Asa and Veet are looking to check back in for the Hawks. So yeah, man. I know a lot of Hawks fans have been just miserable over these last couple weeks. Atlanta has been losing. Um, all these trade rumors came out, trade reports, all that stuff. I don't know if everybody saw it, but there's a report recently that a lot of Atlanta-based reporters are kind of pushing back that the Hawks would include Zachary Ricochet in a AD trade. So that's really what I'm positive about. So Atlanta was on a 12-3 run, but now it looks like New York is available to go on a run of their own as Mikal Bridges gets to the lane just too easy. Atlanta's defense in transition has been one of it's been struggling. I will say that it's been struggling. So Luke answers right back, gets that little midi to go. He has 6. Bridges can't get it to go. He's 1 of 6, so he's playing good for Atlanta right now. As V gets a good look, quick look. You want that for Atlanta, but he can't get that to go. He's kind of struggling shooting wise. And Jalen gets in the way of OG and Anobi, and New York picks up a foul. So yes, yeah, you are right. You are right, Benny Rowe. We need Luke Kennard to play aggressive. We don't need him to play any sort of passive, um, especially because he's, I believe, Coach Quinn and everybody over there on the coaching staff look at Luke Kennard as a. They look at him not as somebody that can contribute like a Trey, but somebody that can come in, fill in the role, that can handle the offense, find the open guy, and he'll usually have a defender or two around him, so he won't be really like too much of a liability out there on defense because he isn't the strongest defender as well. Um, he's got Fat Joe courtside. I'm not quite sure why they're showing Fat Joe on this broadcast. So where is the foul? That move was beautiful. Jalen gets it to go right over OG Ananobi. So New York is going to be struggling here without Carl Anthony Towns' presence. They are going to look for somebody to score the basketball. Carl Anthony Towns draws a lot of gravity on the court. So Nikhil Alexander just rips it away from Ubaselli, and he gets it to go. No problem. Right over Mikal Bridges. It's 47-38. Let's go. So Ubaselli is shaking up here. He is keeled over on the floor. So it's 47-38. 5:56 to go in the second quarter. Let's go. Atlanta's underway. Oh man, hopefully he's good. Hopefully Ubaselli's all right. But Nikhil going to work, man. But Benny, we need all the Hawks to play aggressive. We need Ricochet to play aggressive. Dyson needs to play aggressive. Jalen's done a good job at playing pretty aggressively, consistently. Um, Onyeka too. Onyeka as well. He's done a really good job playing pretty aggressive. But yeah, we need the role guys to step up and play aggressive. It just can't be Jalen, Trey, Kristaps, Onyeka. It cannot be just those guys or Nikhil. Matter of fact, it has to be everybody. Everybody doesn't need to score 30, but everybody just got to play with a certain intensity, and I think that'll get the job done. Honestly, but yeah, I appreciate everybody tapping in here. I don't know what this Crown Royal ad is, dog, but they got me messed up. So for Georgia sports, by the way, it really got to. It really relies on Atlanta now. The Bulldogs got eliminated from the college football playoff. Oh my God, man, it's tough. Falcons had a tough year. The Braves had a horrible year. Whew. So all our hope is in the Atlanta Hawks right now. So bench still hasn't turned it around. Kristaps is scoreless, but he does have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. He's only 0 of 3, so he kind of missed his first couple ones last game, and then kind of picked it up. I think he had like 15 points in like 16 minutes, or vice versa. But Luke Kennard 6 points, so he's been a positive. I mean, Kristaps hasn't scored, but 5 rebounds. So that was a great move, Nikhil. Yeah, he just rolled over pretty awkwardly. Hopefully, Ubaselli's all right, man. So like I was saying before, that strip and steal. Um, I think New York is going to struggle in the Jalen Brunson-less minutes because they don't have Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is a big impact for New York. When Jalen sits, he is the consistent option. I know he probably doesn't have the great games all the time, but Atlanta basketball that way. So a play that gets called just oh wow. That's ridiculous. Mikal Bridges already lost the basketball before Onyeka even touched him. That's disgusting work. So that loose ball gets turned into a foul. Ubaselli was faking that. Yeah, big third quarter for KP on the way, I believe. Like I said, he missed his first couple shots his last game. This is his second game back from that 10 game hiatus. So give a little grace to KP. Um, I'm really talking to myself. I try to give him a little grace as Nikhil's little midi can't go. Atlanta's lead is 7, and Jalen Brunson is attacking. Dyson playing good defense, staying grounded, and Mikal Bridges just rolls it home. That's his first three. He is 1 for 5 from three. He got 6 points. That was a great find from Jalen to find Onyeka in the corner. Onyeka just can't get it to go. Atlanta's 0 of 2 from three. But I mean that really seems like New York's thing. They just want to get back in on offense. They want to get back on offense and get up a shot as quickly as possible. Jalen finds V. V hasn't been hitting front three. He dribbles in a little bit and gets the bucket to go. 49-43. V knocks down his first field goal. It's 2 points for V. He's 1 of 3 from the field. Dyson fighting over Ubaselli screens. Jeez, just screening for him on the game. Nikhil guarding Deuce McBride pretty well. Forces that little mid range, and Deuce misses it. Jalen finds a cutting Nikhil Alexander Walker for an easy bucket. That's kind of been Atlanta's offense when they get that mismatch with the guard and they send someone over early. Atlanta just does a good job at getting the ball out of the post player's hands and into the cutter's line of vision. Jalen Brunson can't get it to go. Good defense by Dyson. He didn't let Brunson get to. Oh my God. Yeah, that's gonna be a flagrant. Yeah, Dyson on his head, boy. He frustrated. He frustrated, boy. Yeah, he hurt. Yeah, he hurt. Jalen Brunson hurt, y'all. He got small man syndrome. That's about right. That was a good opportunity, but Dyson's there to handle that. V, same spot. It's not the same result. So 51-43. And Jalen just pays attention and takes the steal and finds Nikhil. And Nikhil gets the bucket. The lead grows to 10 points for Atlanta. And Nikhil has 13. So Jalen Brunson is frustrated. Dyson Daniels has taken him out of the game. And the Kills defense is paying off. That's a third steal and a third lay. Almost an and one opportunity. So Jalen has two steals. Nikhil has two steals now. And Atlanta's defense seems to be running away. Devin Vassell, happy Friday. Hello, my brother. Happy New Year as well. Appreciate you tapping in, blessing the chat. Wishing everybody a happy Friday. Appreciate you, brother. So Nikhil, hey, you see Trey on the bench though. So Trey was questionable this game, but he was later ruled out a little closer to game time. So hopefully Trey can rest up that right quad. And facts, Benny Rowe, Dyson is giving Jalen Brunson a headache, and I know it's a big headache because he got a big ass head. So Jalen Brunson, that's what we like to see. Jalen Brunson is suffering from the Australian flu right now. I know he's sick. So it's 55-43, 2 minutes and some change. It's a game of runs, and Atlanta's runs this game have been excellent. They are an 8-0 run this past 2 minutes. Seems like they've just been clicking as OG Ananobi gets a pretty easy look from Jalen Brunson there. Veet Krejci gets his feet set and hits the triple. Veet for three, 58-45. So Veet is now 1 for 3 from three. Hawks are 1 of 4 this third quarter from three. Knicks are 2 of 10. So they've attempted 10. They've only hit 2, so they're shooting 20% this quarter from three. So Deuce McBride makes it 3 for 11. I mean, excuse me, 2 of 11. I gave him one. So they get the mismatch, and Onyeka goes right over Deuce McBride for an easy deuce. Y'all see what I did there? 60-45. Atlanta's rolling. It's good defense. It's good defense as Atlanta forced New York to find a good shot, and Dyson corrals the rebound. Atlanta's going to try to continue. They're on a 13-2 run in the past couple minutes. Yeka gets it up, just can't get it to go. And, oh, goddamn, V. And Jalen Brunson controls himself and gets that one up and gets it to go. So Jalen Brunson has 11 points. I realize I can't just say Jalen has 11 because we got about 4 Jalen's out there. So Jalen Johnson is the one, honestly. Nikhil attempts a three, cannot get it to fall. So yeah, lock them down, man. You gotta lock them down. So Dyson Daniels now has 800 career rebounds with all these rebounds he collected. He was sitting at 800 and, or excuse me, 795. 8-second violation for the New York Knicks. It's 8 seconds for the Knickerbockers. Them boys out of here, dog. Bro, just imagine playing for a franchise and like your name is just Pants. Like it's the New York Pants, bro. Like that's crazy work, bro. Like crazy work. Imagine your franchise is named after Pants, bro. That must be sad, bro. At least the Pelicans is like a bird. It's like somewhat like you can be like, oh, it's like magical in a sense. Ooh, Atlanta got it up, just couldn't get it to go. 60-47 though. I was not expecting that. So Atlanta's up by 13, doing really well, and gotta lock them up the rest of the game. Nikhil talking to the ref, and now Jalen Brunson crying. Yeah, Jalen Brunson crying, dog. Yeah, Jalen Brunson crying. So Atlanta doing well. New York can't get their usual fuck Trey Young chance off, so it's all good. I think Atlanta's gonna walk away with this pretty easily. They start this new year off in the Garden, and it's looking pretty well. So we got the halftime break here. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I will be right back to break down the first half somewhat, go through the stats, do a little box score watching for y'all. Um, but yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. I will be right back. All right, we back, we back, we back. So first half, can't talk. Went pretty well for Atlanta. Pretty well for the Hawks. Excuse me. Gotta blow my nose real quick. Mm-mm-mm. So we are back. Second half is about to be underway. Atlanta had a very good first half. Defense was a little shaky in that first quarter, but they responded and they are up by 13 now. So it was some positives for Atlanta on defense, but they just got to string together consecutive stops, be consistent on defense, and I think this game should go in Atlanta's favor. No Carl Anthony Towns for New York or Josh Hart. I'm not quite sure where Josh Hart has been. He wasn't playing that last matchup. Um, might have a thumb issue. I don't know. He broke his thumb off in JB's ass, which was wild work on the NBA Cup stage, bro. Wild work, insane work, if you ask me. So yes, as the legend Bob Rathbun has mentioned, Atlanta gave up about 20 offensive boards. So somebody spilled a drink here. So it is 60 to 47. Play resumes. Dyson just dices through the lane and gets an easy two to start this third quarter off for Atlanta. So they are hiding Jalen Brunson behind screens, and that don't matter because Atlanta gets out on the break after a bucket. So that's great for Atlanta. They got out quickly and got that bucket back. So Zachary Riche cancels out OG's bucket. So it still remains. Well, now it's a 14-point lead for Atlanta. Excuse me, it's 15 points. Excuse me, my math is a little shaky right now. So Jalen Brunson playing against Dyson. Dyson has done a good job to take Jalen Brunson out the game. As Deuce McBride just cannot get that to go. He misses all of the rim. Blocking foul and one. So Jalen Johnson powers through the little smaller Jalen and gets a bucket. 66 to 49. It's just the rules, man. The bigger person with the name is just the number one. So Jalen Brunson can't get in position, and that sends Jalen Johnson to the line. But Jalen Johnson can't finish the 3 point play. But it's all good. It's 66-49. It's a good closeout by. It's a great closeout by Nikhil, and Jalen and Nikhil look stunned by that whistle. Great defense by Onyeka. He pokes the ball free, and Atlanta's transition offense is beautiful. That is beautiful. Jalen gets it to Dyson, and New York calls a timeout. Dyson has 11 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. It's 68-49. Atlanta is flirting with a 20-point lead against New York. Oh, buddy, have times have changed. How the turntables. Oh my goodness. Up by 20 against New York, and just 6 days ago, New York kind of, I would say, handled Atlanta. They stayed in the lead pretty comfortably, and they got the job done. Atlanta did make it a game late in the game, but we'll see if New York does the same. But Atlanta holding on to the lead. Um, if their defense can stay in line and stay aggressive like they have been, I think this game is just going to fall in Atlanta's favor. I just don't see any other result. Atlanta's playing good defense. They're not allowing New York any wide open threes. They're doing a really good job at rotating and making sure if um, they switch aggressively and on time, and that has really been shown. Um, that's why I don't think when Trey comes back, I don't think he's gonna be the same defender he was. I don't think he's gonna be Davion Mitchell, but I think he will be impactful. Which over the last couple games he has played, he has definitely stepped up on the defensive end, getting a couple steals here and there, stopping a possession or two. So Trey's been doing good. I think that narrative of him not trying on defense has just played out. Um, I just don't think he had a coach around him that knew how to necessarily like equip the rest of the team to play with somebody like Trey. But now, honestly, in my opinion, we have like three people um, who are kind of like Trey's level on defense. That's Luke Kennard, V. Krejci, and Trey Young. Trey is more so like bro, he's 6'2". He's 6'2", bro. He's 6'1". So of course he's finna get hunted on defense. But I mean, Luke Kennard is what max 6'3". So it's kind of the same thing for Luke. But V, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that one. But his defense has improved a whole bunch. He got a lot of experience and game time in the G League, the College Park Skyhawks. So Atlanta's development program has shown to be beneficial. So shout out to the Skyhawks. OG and Anobi just can't get that one to fall. So New York is having a very tough time without Carl Anthony Towns. And Jalen Johnson lines up the three. He can't get that one to go, but that was a good shot. As OG and Anobi plays excellent defense, Nikhil, what? So Reese J picks up a foul, but I think they gave New York one right there. Nikhil Alexander Walker knocks down the three, 71 to 51. Nikhil has 18 points. He had 15 at halftime. Jalen has 7 assists. Great defense by Onyeka to kind of force Jalen Brunson off of that. And Onyeka gets back to his man and gets the steal. Zach step back. Ooh, that was a good shot, though. That was a great shot. So Ricochet can't find a three, but that was a good look. Defense is. Ooh, no way. Excuse me. No way. So Hawks, like I said, it's a game of runs, and they are on a 9-2 run in this last two minutes and some change. So Zach played some really good defense on Jalen Brunson, but the refs decide to give Jalen Brunson the call. So first foul called on Dyson. That's great defense by Ricochet, staying straight up, forcing Mikel to take a difficult shot on that midi fade. Tough. So turnover for Atlanta leads to a Deuce McBride 3-point shot. So it's a 17-point deficit for the Knicks. It's 8:45 to go. Onyeka hands it off to Nikhil. He tries to hand it off to Nikhil. So New York is electing to challenge this out of bounds call. So it's 71 to 54, 8:43 in this third quarter remains. A little over 3 minutes has been played in this third quarter, and Atlanta has just continued their, I would dare to say this, a somewhat, I don't want to say dominant because it hasn't felt like that. But they have had control of this game since early on. I would say the first 5-6 minutes was pretty back and forth. It definitely looked like a game that it could go either way, but New York kind of fell off there um, due to Atlanta was playing good defense and they just weren't hitting shots. They were turning the ball over, like I said, not hitting shots, and Atlanta was forcing them to turn it over. I know I said turn it over twice, but some of those are unforced. So as Atlanta continues their good game, just want to say appreciate everybody who's tapped in, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter. I greatly appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow whichever platform you're on, and to catch more Hawks games because we're gonna be tapped in here for the rest of the year. Hope everybody had a happy and safe New Year. Hopefully y'all brought in the 2026 with doing something fun. So Atlanta bringing in the new year in a phenomenal way. Can't lie to you. So New York, I don't know, man. No Carl Anthony Towns, so it is a different look for New York. So they're kind of struggling. As we got to look at the Mecca here. Atlanta is in New York playing the Knicks right now. So this little tough stretch. I know this month isn't the greatest. Open gym hoops, New Year, new Hawks. What you said, man? New Year, new Hawks. Kristaps is back. Um, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. So 73-56, Atlanta's up. But yeah, Open Gym Hoops, New Year, New Hawks, man. Kristaps back. Atlanta doing well. Jalen averaged a triple double for the month of December. He's almost back on track. He got 11 points right now, 8 rebounds. I think about 7 assists. So Jalen having a Jalen Johnson game. So great defense by Dyson on Jalen Brunson as Brunson gets into the paint, but it's still a tough look. Dyson is still in his grill. So shout out to Dyson for holding it down. As Kristaps Porzingis is reinserted into the lineup. So it's 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Great defense. No way, bro. Ricochet went straight up on that one. So New York going to the line. Ricochet picks up his third foul. Unfortunately, he has 9 points. Um, hasn't been a tough game for Ricochet, but refs aren't just giving him love over there. So OG misses that one, and New York cannot contain the rebound. So the ball is going to Atlanta. Got a sub here for New York. Krejci finds Porzingis, and Ricochet comes up with the board. Ricochet finds Jalen on the wing. Jalen slices through the defense, and Porzingis finds Krejci. Krejci sidesteps and drills the bucket. It's easy work. So Hawks defense is harassing Jalen Brunson right now, dog. They're letting Atlanta play. I can't lie. So Jalen finds Ricochet for three. So Ricochet sets up nicely, and Jalen finds him and he knocks it down. So the lead is 22. Atlanta's up 79-57. So we got a foul here as Jalen Brunson finally gets past Dyson. Finally gets past Dyson. So Jalen Johnson has 11 points, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds, I believe. What a look, bro. What a find. So Jalen's finds Ricochet over there. Yeah, man. The more I watch Jalen Johnson play, the more I'm convinced that I think Jalen Johnson might be our number one option now. Which is insane to say, bro. Jalen Johnson being Atlanta's number one option is crazy. With how great Trey has been over these last 6 to 7 years, man, it is uh it is refreshing to have somebody else as talented as Trey Young out there. Um, so I really hope Atlanta can work it out with Trey because Trey has said before that he does not mind being you know number two on the team. And I think if Atlanta can figure this out and, Atlanta can have Trey be the number two to Jalen, oh my. And they can get a solid backup center or, a more consistent one, somebody that's available to you. So that's gonna be New York basketball off Atlanta's miss. But yeah, like I was saying, man, that the front office for the Hawks have done a really good job at building this team up. Finally, I think they're just maybe a piece or two away to being the dominant team that I think they can be. And Ricochet is slowly turning into a really good rebounder. So Jalen gets blocked on that first attempt, but he stays with it and gets it to go. It's 81-59. 4 minutes and some change remaining in the third quarter. There we go. There we go. There we go. Great screen by Porzingis, but Jalen can't get there to go. But Veet is active. He gets on the boards. Ricochet finds Dyson, and Kristaps feels the contact and he just puts it up, which is a very smart move. So Kristaps gets the shot up, but can't get it to go. He gets fouled on that one. So Atlanta is leading by how much is that? Is it 26? I don't know. My math is off right now. I'm tripping. It's like 22. So Kristaps knocks down that free throw. This season, he's sitting at 18 points, 5 rebounds, at 84% from the line. Um, Facts, Benny Rowe. It is very positive that Atlanta isn't folding and letting New York chip into this lead. They are still playing aggressive, even up by 20 plus. So they are now up by 24. So great stuff, great stuff. 3:40 to go left in this third quarter. So Kristaps finds Jalen on a mismatch. Jalen finds Nikhil, swing, swing. Ball finds Kristaps, but Kristaps unfortunately cannot get that 3-point shot to go. Kristaps has struggled this game. Got a blocking foul and one for Jalen Brunson. That continuation was a little crazy, but hey, as New York tries to do something about this 20 piece. So Jalen Johnson tonight has his 24th double double of the season. That's the second most in the NBA. And he is leading the Eastern Conference in double doubles. So shout out to Jalen Johnson. He finished last month with averaging a triple double. I believe it was about 25, maybe 12 and 10. I don't know. I could have those secondary stats wrong, but I know he had 25 points. I do know that. Obviously, double digits in rebounds and assists. Just don't know how much for sure. Don't want to spread false information to y'all. So Jalen finds Kristaps for an easy two. As Kristaps, like I said, he's one of six, but shoot or shoot, man. Shoot or shoot. So Yabusele rises up for that midi and gets it to go. Nikhil Alexander Walker, 4-3, 88 to 64. Jalen Johnson just, what a dime, man. He had V at the top and Nikhil in the corner, and he made the right pass. I think V Krejci was the obvious pass, but Nikhil Alexander Walker was he was the one. So Nikhil knocks that down. I believe he has about 21. So Kristaps has 3 fouls, unfortunately. So with Kristaps back, it definitely frees up on Yeko Kongwu, man. Like I said, Onyeka's been holding it down, and they've done a really good job um, to kind of reward him, keeping him at the starter. I think for his play, stepping up for the team. Um, So in this game, Onyeka has 13. He did kind of save the game early on for the Hawks in this first quarter. When New York got out rolling to their hot start, Onyeka had his own personal hot start. He went 3 for 3 from three and 4 for 4 from the field, just in 5 minutes too. So it was great stuff early on from Onyeka. He's kind of cooled down. He did have a little injury. McCullough ran into him just straight up. So Jalen Johnson has recorded a triple double. He has. Let me as Onyeka comes in and gets right back to it. He has 15, 6 of 11 from the field. But Jalen Johnson 13, 10, and 10 with 2 steals. So Jalen having himself a typical game. Asa Newell was guarding Clarkson there. Clarkson just got it up and over him. But like I said, Atlanta, last time they played New York, they gave up almost 20 offensive boards. That spin is immaculate. Onyeka is taking Yabusele to work. Coming to America, boy. Great defense by Onyeka guarding Clarkson out here. Great stuff by Onyeka to guard Jordan Clarkson there. Shut that possession down. Nikhil drives, lefty finish with ease. It's a minute to go. It's 94-68. Game is might be a little out of reach for New York right now. So Tyler Kolek spins right off Luke Kennard's defense to get a bucket. 94-70 as Nikhil is looking to find something out there for the Hawks. It's Nikhil, Luke Kennard, V. Krejci, Asa Newell, and Onyeka Okongwu. And Onyeka misses that pretty easily, but he misses everything, and that ball hits the what you call it, the baseline. So it's gonna be Knick basketball here. It's 94-70, 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. That closing quarter is about to start. Deuce McBride misses by a good bit, and Atlanta brings the ball up. So Jordan Clarkson lining this last possession up for New York. He drives, he attacks Veet. Veet stays grounded, makes it a difficult shot, and nothing but air on that possession for Jordan Clarkson. So Atlanta stifling defense. Still around in this third quarter, dog. So you see Trey there cheering on his guys. Man, it's good to see the guys back hooping though. God, am I on 2K after this game? Might not be on 2K tonight, but I am gonna give you a call, brother. Open gym hoops. Yeah, I know that's my guy. That's my guy. But hey, I'm gonna give you a call after this game. So after this game, I'm gonna hit you up, brother. Um, Me and my girl gonna watch Stranger Things. So we gotta finish that finale. So we gonna knock out Stranger Things tonight. But tomorrow though. Oh shit, no! Tonight is double rec. Oh man, hopefully it's this whole weekend, but it is double rep in the rec. Um, so we need to run. We got to run. Hopefully it's all weekend though. Cause if it's just a day, I'm gonna be hurt. But that is the next event if you trying to run that tomorrow. I got all day tomorrow, dog. So a historic December for Jalen Johnson, first Hawk to average a triple double in a month. He had 25, 11, and 10. Um, he finished the month off averaging that triple double. But Nikhil and Onyeka career highs in both points per game for those two. Um, Career high in 3 point percentage, or I guess 3 point field goals. Onyeka has 64 field goals at this game at this moment. So came into the game I believe with 61 or maybe 61, maybe 60, maybe 60 because I think he has hit four. So Mikael Bridges gets that fader to go to start off this closing quarter. So out there for Atlanta right now, it's Dyson, Luke, Zach, and Zach, Asa, and Chris Kristaps as Huck Porty is getting a little physical with Chris Kristaps there, 94-72. Good shot. Kristaps had to force that one. Dyson, excellent defense. Ricochet, nice floater. That was a good decision. He didn't attack the defense. He just went straight up over him. Um, just can't get that float to go. So Dyson still doesn't result in a bucket, but that was good defense anyway. Mikael Bridges can't get that one to go. He missed pretty badly, but Atlanta just wasn't there to rebound the ball. So Mikael Bridges, 4 of 12 from the field. So New York is trying to recover for no Carl Anthony Towns. Swing, swing. That's a great pass as Ricochet finds Asa in the corner, but Asa cannot get that to go. Even though it is a 20-point lead, I don't believe this 20-point lead is safe in today's NBA as OG Anunoby gets the easy bucket to go, and Atlanta's lead is slowly but surely shrinking. So it's still an 18-point game, but still 10:24 to go in this closing quarter. You want to see Atlanta close it out pretty strong here. So it's been a positive start for Atlanta uh, this second half, but this fourth quarter seems to be off to a slow start for the Hawks as New York is back. Um, Kristaps hasn't offered too much on offense, but just having him around changes the look for Atlanta. Uh, having having that backup center, it does change the game for the Hawks. So shout out to Kristaps. I know he's been battling stuff that's kind of out of his control. You know, illness. You can't really prepare for that. So shout out to Kristaps battling back, being back for the guys. But Benny Rowe is right, man. They just got to keep attacking the paint. When they have mismatches with Kristaps, Jalen, Onyeka, honestly, I think they should get Zach involved in those post mismatches. I think Zach could go to work in that post area when New York kind of starts doubling Kristaps, Jalen, and even Onyeka. I think Ricochet should be able to operate in that post. He can get a bucket, but he just has to work on his playmaking, just finding the cutters. Because Atlanta's offense is pretty pick and roll, and it's pick and roll heavy, and it's a lot of off ball action. You know, just cutting. Um, maybe setting an off ball screen or two, but just it's a lot of cuts, staying active on offense. Um, that's really a big thing for Atlanta is activity. When Atlanta is active on defense, their offense just kind of clicks as they play majority of the time on fast break, which for them it benefits them. They have the players to play at that play style, the pace. It's just next level. So Jalen has 7 triple doubles this season. Coming into this year, Atlanta's franchise record for triple doubles was 7. So Jalen Johnson is having a hell of a year, bro. Franchise year. He's having himself a national year. So it's been great stuff for Jalen. Hopefully he gets the recognition he fully deserves at the end of the year. As Chris Stapps can't get that one to go, but that's crazy. That's not a foul, dog. Like, oh yeah, steal for Atlanta. New York just cannot contain that. So Chris Stapps hasn't been the best for the Hawks offensively, but just like I said, just having him out there is a benefit. So we got a turnover for the Hawks, which results into a bucket for New York. So 16 points. New York is on an 8-0 run. Like I said, it's a game of runs, and you cannot let a team this talented just kind of waltz right back in the game. So Jalen half spin cannot get that to go, and New York gathers the ball. Atlanta is 0 4 this fourth quarter from the field. Yo, Kristaps just got bombarded. So it's been a very back and forth game with the whistle. Both teams aren't allowed to play physical at the same time, which don't really make too much sense. Um, it was really New York in the first quarter, and then Atlanta started getting some calls from the ref, which really, I don't know. You got to call it both ways, man. Um, New York has definitely got some easier calls. I will say that. So now New York is starting to attack the. So it's 13. Knicks are on an 11-0 run. Atlanta just has to recoup. They got to regain their focus, and they'll be all right. But man, not a 27-point lead, man. Game is certainly not over, as Brad Rowland mentions. Oh boy, it is getting a little dicey. So Atlanta needs to come back. It's unfortunate too, man. Ricochet is getting played only 20 some minutes, man. And you could kind of see the frustration as he went to the bench right there, man. He's just frustrated. I would be too. He gets pulled out. He's playing somewhat decent, and he just gets yanked, man. He's not able to finish the game out. So I know he's still what 19, 20 years old. So he's still young, so he still has a lot of room for improvement. But you would just like to see him kind of play through it. Especially they had a 20-point lead, and I don't think he was the reason that they were coming back. It was a little couple other factors that were in play. So So it's 94-81. So Atlanta has to keep attacking, man. Atlanta has to keep attacking. They cannot think this game is over with. They can't get too comfortable. They got to show up right now. So, yeah, what Benny Rose said, they just got to tighten up. And that's exactly why I think, this team needs Trey. When Trey gets comfortable, he can definitely help out in these type of moments. Um, as Coach Quinn is electing to go with V and Luke Kennard out there. Oh my lord. Oh man, Luke Kennard pays it off. He makes me eat my words as he hits the three. Like Benny Rose said, Atlanta just has to continue to hit shots on offense. Um, that way, if they do just start giving up buckets, um, at least they'll match the buckets. So OG misses that pretty bad. He misses all of the rim there. So the kill finds Luke on the wing. Luke lines it up for a triple as Luke Kennard checks in and saves the game for Atlanta and puts Atlanta right back up by 19. So Luke Kennard is showing the Hawks who they got. Finally, I know fans have been waiting for Luke Kennard to pop off, and Luke Kennard is doing just that. Back-to-back triples. Back-to-back triples. So Luke Kennard, man, more of that, Benny Rowe. You right, more of that, cause Luke Kennard talking his shit. Pop yo shit, Luke. Finally, finally, man. Luke Kennard is unlocked. He got 12 points. He is 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 4 of 5 from the field. He's having himself a game. So if Atlanta can close it out, he has been the bright spot off the bench for Atlanta. Asa just not having the greatest game offensively. So I wish Mogad could get some burn. So Deuce McBride misses everything there, and OG corrals it, and Onyeka blocks him. Swing, swing for New York. They still missed the three, and they are fighting for it. So we got a foul here on V Krejci. I kind of knew it was coming. So we got 7 minutes to go. So if Atlanta continues to pour it on, I don't believe we'll have too slow of a fourth quarter. But it just depends on how Atlanta's offense is going. So rebound for Atlanta. Shout out to Nikhil. Nikhil drives, does not get a foul call, and New York comes away with it, and they are on the break. I think OG Ananobi could have been called for a foul there. That was pretty reckless. What was OG even trying to do there? So 6:34 left in this fourth quarter. We'll see who is in the game for Atlanta. So Luke Kennard checks back in. So 83-100. Atlanta's up 17. Game is not over, man. It's six minutes to go. Like I said, game of runs, and now Atlanta's on a 6-2 run in the last 2 minutes, and jinxed it. Nikhil turns it over. So it's 100-83. And Onyeka blocks Jalen Brunson on that three. Finds Dyson. Dyson attacks. Finds Luke Kennard in the corner. Kennard finds Dyson. Dyson. Facts in New York. And Onyeka just levels Jalen Brunson, thankfully. So Knicks 0 of 8 in these last field goals. 0 of 9 now. But free throws have been holding them together. So 5.5 minutes to go. Benny Road in New York too. They doing this in New York. Shout out to Jalen Johnson, as he's out there with Onyeka, Nikhil, Dyson, and V. Krejci's gonna check back in the game. So it's 85-100, man. So Jalen Johnson attacks OG and gets it up, just can't get it to go. Finally, though, finally, Atlanta gets a call. So Atlanta going to the line. Ooh, Jalen can't get that one to go. Free throw shooting for the Hawks hasn't been the greatest, but whoo-wee. Ooh, Onyeka almost put him on a poster, dog. He almost put him on a poster, dog. OG almost got ended. Onyeka's already ended Chet Holmgren, so he was almost close to putting two funerals on his checklist. Cause boy, he almost put him in the dirt. So Onyeka knocks down the free one. He knocks down the first free one. Great stuff. 4:52 to go. If Atlanta stays on his lead, I think New York's gonna call it in. So Onyeka misses the back end of that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Jalen Brunson brings it up for New York. Jalen Brunson has had a tough game. Dyson has been at his neck all game, bro. So Jalen Brunson thought, I mean, okay, he did well. He attacked the weaker V Crazy, the weaker defender, I should say. I'm not gonna say he weak, but he's just not the strongest defender on the team. And that's not, knocking V. It's just being honest. He is definitely not the strongest, and that's not saying anything bad. But so Nikhil can't get that three to go. It's a 4 minute game. So New York doing a good job at offensive rebounding. This fourth quarter, they've done a great job at getting to their missed field goals, which they've missed a lot of them. Now they find themselves on a 10-2 run here in the last 3 minutes, which is kind of confusing because I feel like Atlanta was just on a 6-2 run. Nikhil gets a good look. Dyson is there to collect the rebound. So and one. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. 104 to 91. 330. Jalen Johnson gets the bucket plus the foul. It's too easy. Dyson finds him on the cut. New York is too late on the rotation. They can't defend them. And one. Talk to him, Jalen. And one. So great stuff, man. Great stuff. Even though New York is battling back, they are attacking the offensive glass. So shout out to Atlanta. They're doing pretty good. Ooh, Onyeka just took it away from him. Look at that, boy. They just too strong for him. 3 minutes to go, man. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for Jalen, 18 points, 2 steals for Onyeka. Jalen has 2 steals as well. Oh my God, bro. Do not challenge that shit, bro. Do not challenge that shit. You down by 14, dog. Nikhil gets the three up to go. And they said, fuck your challenge, bro. Let this game be over with. It's wraps, dog. It's 15 points. Hawks defense is playing well. And they'll say, there you go. You get the free one back. So V Krejci cannot guard the lob there. Unfortunate stuff. It's 91-105. Atlanta's up by 14. 2:40 to go. Game is still not over, though. 2 minutes is still plenty of time for New York to go on a 10-2 run, 10-0 run. So 93-105. Jalen gets to the line after a great drive, man. He got the switch he wanted. Um, he wanted Jalen Brunson on him. Jalen just got right past Mikael Bridges after that screen. Had Jalen or Mikael Bridges on his hip, and he attacked. So that one doesn't go for the first one doesn't go. ATL Shawty T3 and D. What's happening? Appreciate you tapped here in the open gym. As Atlanta is looking like they're gonna get the dub. It's still 2.5 minutes, so I don't want to call it this early. But I'm gonna say you right, T3. I'm gonna say you right. Excellent stuff. Jalen has 18, 10, and 10. Fat Joe looking miserable over there courtside watching his Knicks take this L. So Atlanta's up by 13 now. So Jalen Brunson has been left all alone. No Carl Anthony Towns, and nobody for New York has contributed. Mikael Bridges finally gets that three to go. He has shot pretty ugly. So it's a 10-point game. 2 minutes to go. If Atlanta continues, if they continue scoring, I'm not too concerned. But if they do go cold, I am a little concerned. As Jalen finds Onyeka fights and he gets a basket. It's 10 points. So like I said, Onyeka has 28 of 16 from the field. But hopefully Atlanta's defense can stick around here and keep New York off the offensive glass. Oh no, I knew V Krejci was not gonna be ready for that. So Jalen throws it to V. V's not ready. It's a 12-point lead for Atlanta. This game is getting closer to finishing. It's a minute and a half to go. McCullough finds Mikael Bridges in the corner, and Mikael Bridges knocks down the three. It's a 9-point game. It's a minute and a half to go. Atlanta just has to hold it out. It's literally like four shot clocks. That's literally it. Four shot clocks. So if Atlanta plays it smart, really waste the clock. And Jalen finds Nikhil, and Nikhil gets a good shot. And Dyson almost gets it. Jump ball. Jump ball, fool. Jump ball. Jalen Brunson is pissed off, boy. That big ass head. Thinking of some big ass curse words to let off on the ref. Oh man. I know he pissed off. Shout out to Onyeka fighting through. New York's played really scrappy, and I'm glad Onyeka is playing pretty physical as well. Especially with Jalen Brunson. Jalen shoved Dyson. Yeah, man, you're playing fucking terrible, Jalen Brunson. It is what it is, bro. Nah, bro. Y'all are shooting god awful. That's what it is. Y'all are shooting god awful, brother. Jalen Brunson got 24, so he's 10 of 21. So I mean, you can't really knock Jalen Brunson, but OG Ananobi 5 of 13 from the field. Mikael Bridges 7 of 19 from the field. Deuce McBride 4 of 13 from the field. So tough night for New York, and I really don't care. So it's 22 seconds on the shot clock. It's a minute and 4 seconds. So we have 64 seconds to go until Atlanta can we can see if Atlanta closes this out. So on the floor for Atlanta, it's Nikhil, Dyson, Onyeka, Krejci, and Jalen. And for this jump ball, it is going to be Jalen Brunson and Onyeka Okongwu. So somehow Atlanta gets it. Jalen Brunson got the tip, but Atlanta won they won the battle for it. So 50 seconds. New York is in desperation mode. Swing, swing. Onyeka gets past the ball on the wing, and he gets a bucket, dog. We too strong for him, man. We too strong for him. It's 99 to 110. Atlanta's going to walk out of the Garden with a W, and Jalen Brunson gets a charity call right here. So he's going to the free throw line. But it's all right, man. Yeah, tell him Quinn. It's just charity points. It's just charity points. Gets you to 27. Maybe that's your average. Oh, Quinn, no. Why are we challenging? The game is done. The game is over with, man. Game is over with. So we got a challenge here. Hopefully it falls Atlanta's way. It's 42 seconds remaining. It's 110 to 99. So 42 seconds here. I'm not quite sure how the call is gonna go. They're still reviewing it. Successful challenge for Atlanta. Onyeka look like he hot, man. Onyeka hot about something. So we got a jump ball here, OG and Onyeka. So great stuff, man. Great stuff for Atlanta. Atlanta turns it around. They have bounced back off a 7 game losing streak. Got the dub against Minnesota to break that, and now they are might be a little early, but they on a little streak now. 2 in a row, 2 in a row, back to back dubs. Atlanta gets the win. Hey, shout out my nephew, man. He predicted the game, man. He said the Knicks were gonna lose by almost less than 10, and it was 11 points, or yeah, 11 points. So or 12 now. So shout out to the Hawks, man. Great back to back dubs, man. Benny Road, T3, Open Gym Hoops. I appreciate it, gang. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Devin Vassell, Danny, Sean McKenzie, everybody that pulled up on YouTube, hit the chat. I greatly appreciate you. Great dub tonight. Atlanta gets the dub. Finally, we're back. We're back. Back to back dubs, man. Back to back dubs. Great stuff for Atlanta. 111 to 99 as they beat the New York Knicks, man. That's a good opponent. They're 23-10, but now they are 23-11. And Atlanta is 17-19. So we are closer back to being 500. Facts. I would dare to say good to great teams. So shout out to Atlanta. They held it down, man. They held it down. They did really good. Atlanta has been road warriors this year. Road record is pretty good. They are 10-8 on the road, and New York suffers their third loss. They were 15-2 before this matchup, and Atlanta hands them an L. So 15-3 at home for New York, and so great stuff. Great stuff. I appreciate everybody. Like I was telling Open Gym. We will be back tomorrow gaming. We will be live. But shout out to the Hawks, man. We will be back for their next game. I believe that is tomorrow. So we'll be live gaming, and then we will be live for the Hawks game. So that game, let me see the time on that game. It's at 7:30. We take on Toronto in Toronto. So tap into the open gym tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time for Atlanta Hawks versus the Toronto Raptors. So we will be live tomorrow. I greatly appreciate everybody once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, help grow the open gym, and we can keep doing these watch alongs. So I greatly appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great one. Have a good weekend. Hopefully you have a great first weekend of the new year. But until tomorrow, I will see y'all. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all again, and I'll see y'all. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you, Benny Rowe. Y'all make streaming fun. So I appreciate everybody who hits the chat. Even if you don't, you just tuned in. I greatly appreciate you. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, earlier than 7:30 p.m. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later.